So on behalf of myself and the Nizio the Agency team, we want to give you a very warm welcome to the Nizio the Agency 90-day social media management program. I know that was a bit of a mouthful there, but I just wanted to put this quick presentation together for you. It's just a couple of slides and I'm going to keep it super short and sweet. First, I wanted to break down exactly what you can expect from us and also what you can expect from us and what we expect from you going forward as well. I also want to break down the emotional journey as well as break down what that looks like over the 90-day period. Now, that might sound a little bit funny to you, but I haven't really heard of anyone else speaking about this type of thing, and I also haven't heard of any other agencies doing anything quite like this. We want to be a cut above the rest. So this is the emotional journey of the process, and this is what we've kind of noticed for our clients. I just want to state, as a business owner, whenever I personally make an emotionally charged decision, it never really seems to work out in my favor. I'm not sure if this has happened to you, but it's definitely happened to me. So I want to break down this emotional journey of the process and just show you the phases our clients go through over the 90-day period. So we've worked with enough clients to figure out that they go through this emotional journey, and we've actually broken this down into 5 phases essentially. So as you can see here, this is what it kind of looks like on the screen. So I've noticed that from around day 1 to day 20, we call this the kickoff phase. Our clients, they're super excited. They're working with a new agency. They're looking to take their business to the next level or even make up their business, and they're excited. What happens from day 1 to day 20 is you get set up. We're going to get you set up in Slack. You're going to be asking us questions. We'll be asking you questions. The ball really starts to get rolling quite quickly. We're positioning your brand correctly. We're making sure you have market resonance. We're making sure we have the correct content that speaks to your exact audience. We're split testing audiences. We're putting out a lot of content. We're starting to develop a real plan for you. We're positioning you guys amongst our marketplace in the best correct way possible. Then, as you can see from day 21 to day 40, it seems to take a little dip. Now, we call this phase the doubt phase. What I want you to understand is that this is extremely super common amongst our clients. It's to be expected. You see, from day 21 to day 40, you hit a doubt phase. The doubt phase is there because we're still doing our job. We're still doing a great job, but the problem is, and to be quite blunt with you guys, it's the most boring part of the process for both me and my clients. We're still split testing different audiences, split testing different creatives, still split testing different content, and all sorts of things. During this time, you guys generally start to develop a bit of doubt, whether or not that this investment was worth it. You start to doubt whether or not this whole social media thing is even for your business. You start to doubt all sorts of crazy things, like, is the economy good? Is social media even for my business? Will this even work? Will this pay off? I just want to reiterate that all of our clients go through this exact stage, and it's completely normal, and I cannot stress this enough. So moving on from that doubt phase, we have what you call the stability phase, or sometimes we call it the belief phase. That's from around day 40 to day 60. That's where you start to see results start to come in, and they become stable. They're moving in the way they should be. We're gaining that flow basically. We're really starting to re-optimize your content, and content is going out. You're seeing actual results, and that's when you start to become happier and overcome that doubt phase. Then from around day 60 to day 90, we enter the phase called trust. This is a really good position to be in. It's like having a cleaner essentially in your business, or having someone doing your books, like an accountant. They're doing a good job. They're doing a really good job. You don't need to check in on them, and you don't really need to message them. You can trust them to know that they're doing a good job. You could see that, and so this is the stage that you reach from around day 60 to day 90. Then what happens is from day 90 onward is when you hit the bliss stage. Now, this is the pinnacle of all businesses. It's where all of our clients get to. The bliss stage is when your marketing is completely automated. You don't even need to check in on us. We're doing a good job, and we're doing a very good job for you. It's when your whole entire social media is on complete autopilot, and it's just working for you. You know that when the content goes out, it's going to work. The content is engaging, your social channels are growing, everything is moving as it should be. It's everything you've dreamt of, and it's what you signed up for. Again, all of our clients aim for that bliss stage, and they all reach it. But what you have to do first is to get to this stage is you have to go through this process. I just want to reiterate that this process is a framework. It's just what we've noticed on average. It's not set in stone. It doesn't happen to every client. We've been able to get clients results in the first 7 days, but we've also been able to get clients results in the first 4 days. To be honest, it's just what we've noticed on average. If you take a look at the grand scope of things, we've noticed our clients kind of go through this process here. They go through these stages in sequential order up until that bliss stage. You can think of this process as a guesstimate of what the 90 days kind of looks like. But again, you have to go through this emotional process. I cannot stress this enough. It's just normal. It's a part of the game. It's essentially the way the cookie crumbles. And again, to get through into that bliss stage, things need to get a bit doubtful first. Then you're going to be able to trust the process and finally get into that bliss stage where your marketing is completely automated. You're loving it. We're loving it. The relationship between us is great. Content is going out when it's supposed to be. Content is working as it's supposed to be. Your business is growing and things are moving exactly how you want them. So with that said, let's go ahead and head to the next stage. So I want to go ahead and talk a little bit about what this program includes. So what we're going to be doing is giving you guys a branding strategy and positioning your business very cleverly amongst the market. Now this includes really in-depth research to position your brand correctly. Now within the first kickoff phase, we're going to be positioning your brand correctly amongst the marketplace. We do this because before we put out any social media content, we really want to make sure you have established a solid foundation before any of the content starts to go out. What we've noticed is when we try to push out a bunch of content and try to provide value to the marketplace without doing any in-depth positioning or branding strategy, we've noticed that we don't hit what we like to call market resonance. Without market resonance, you're not going to resonate with your audience. They're not going to be as engaged. They're not going to follow your call to action, such as clicking on your website or whatever you're trying to achieve with your growing your social media. Whether that be driving traffic to your website or driving traffic to one of your funnels or anything like that. But we've noticed without setting up your branding properly and setting up your positioning correctly among the marketplace, you won't hit that market resonance. So we come in and we create the positioning for you. We create an in-depth branding strategy for you. This 90-day program includes full social media optimization. We fully optimize your social media pages for you on various platforms. We optimize them for growth and we optimize them for increasing traffic and increasing sales. We like to take a look at your social media platforms, and what we do is full optimization on all your social media platforms. We optimize your captions, your bio, your banners, your actual overall brand strategy. We make sure it's fully optimized, ready for growth, and ready for taking on new customers or sales or whatever it might be in your particular situation. What is also included in this 90-day program is content creation and strategy, of course. We do some really in-depth content research and planning. We do professional content creation, and you guys can take advantage and leverage our extremely amazing graphic designers. Here at the agency, you guys can take complete advantage of that, and you can get some really professional content created for your social media accounts. We post out the content, which leads me on to this next point. The scheduling system we utilize here at the agency is a revolutionary system that allows us to basically plan out your social media attack very effectively. You can see it's posting. You can green light or red light any of the content that you may not like. You can also see exactly when content is going to be posted, all without actually having to give us your social media passwords, which is really, really great. We use a very in-depth social media calendar. We can see exactly what day and what particular content is going to go out on that day, allowing you to have full control as you are the client at the end of the day. We want to make sure you're completely happy with your content we're creating for you. And of course, if you don't like any piece of content on a particular day, you can obviously tell us and we'll rectify that and make sure that you're completely happy. And with this 90-day program, we manage multiple channels for you, and that includes mainly Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, Pinterest, you name it. It's just, we don't really do YouTube anymore. We tried it in the past, it wasn't really for us. But in this 90-day program, we also have extremely fast communication. This is something we've actually prided ourselves on because we know we've actually taken a look at our competitors and competitive agencies, and we know that. Their operational conveyor belt is very slow. It's not as automated. It's not as streamlined. I have never, ever seen an agency with an onboarding process quite like ours before, and it's, again, something we take pride in. I love to be very systemized. I literally have a system for everything. You name it. My morning routine to even my evening routine. It's just things like this that really do make a difference. We pride ourselves on fast communication. You can get in touch with us via your own dedicated Slack channel that we've been setting up for you. Your Slack channel, we will set that up later on in this onboarding process, but you get your own dedicated area for that. where you can communicate with either me or one of my actual team members. Whether it be, for example, you might need to ask the graphic designer if you have any sort of content creation question regarding any piece of content. But again, it will either be directly with me or with a team. And again, our team is experts in their field. If you have any particular question that requires their expertise, you'll obviously be talking to them directly, not so much with me because they're the experts in their field after all. You also get monthly reporting with the 90-day program. We love to keep you in the loop. We love to report back to you and show you the actual KPIs. KPI meaning key performance indicators. That's what that means. So we actually show you and report back to you everything that is driving the needle forward in your business. This is another thing we actually pride ourselves on showing you, the actual results we've been able to generate you. That's the North Star. It's essentially what we've based our business on. So let's go ahead and jump into and talk about what this program does not include. So we don't do content shooting. We don't do any photo shoots or video shoots for your brand and your social media. We don't come to one of your actual locations and shoot the content for you. You have to provide us with that content. We do not do video editing, by the way. We do not do full-fledged video editing. This is actually an additional service that you can ask me about, but however, we've probably already spoken about this. But if you cannot, or if you can bring it, or if you can't, you can bring it up in Slack. We don't do direct messaging or comment monitoring due to privacy reasons. We cannot message your followers, and we don't do any comment monitoring. So we don't actually message your followers, and we don't do any monitoring of your comment sections. Webinar and funnel creation is also an additional service that we can actually offer in the 90-day program. You can ask me about this if it's something you'd be interested in. Email marketing is also an additional service that you have to ask about. Again, if you are interested in this, just go ahead and shoot me we can bring it up in a meeting, or you can message it over Slack. So this 90-day program does allow you to run small campaigns and actually grow your social media, but these are not full, in-depth Facebook advertising campaigns or Instagram that are driving traffic to your website in order to gain sales. We are simply running simple social media ads to basically boost your following and to increase your following and to grow your social media. It's not for generating sales, generating leads, or generating customers. What we do is we use social media ads, for example, to grow your actual Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Pinterest, LinkedIn page. These again are not full-fledged advertising campaigns. With them, we aim to go about generating leads and sales. And we do not do blogging and article writing. This is again an additional service you can ask me about, but again, we probably talked about this in our initial call. And we don't do any logo design. We don't do any animations for you, or motion graphics, or any website content updating. Nothing of that sorts. So I'm glad I cleared this up. Just remember, these are the services that we do provide, and these are the services that we don't provide. So let's talk about how to make this partnership a great partnership. Now, I want to ask you questions, you see. It's very hard to fully believe in someone or something that you don't fully understand. So please, please, please make sure that you ask questions in your dedicated Slack channel. We're here to help. We have done this enough times to understand that people who really get the most out of this program are the ones who really ask questions. Those who try to fully understand what we're doing and how certain things work. So please make sure you message us. Again, we are definitely here to help your business. We wouldn't be doing this if we didn't believe we can help your business. So please make sure you ask us questions. And please make sure you unplug emotion again. We have done this enough times to understand that you need to unplug emotions for this work to work. You see, the same way a financial advisor, when he has trust from his clients, we work the same exact way. So what I need you to do is kind of treat us like your financial advisor. You know, your financial advisor does a good job. You give them trust and you give them space, and they just go to work and they do the job. They do a great job, like us too. So we want you to treat us the same exact way you would treat a financial advisor. I've personally spent thousands and thousands on learning for this sort of thing, not only in business, and not even this business itself, but in my own business, I have vetted every single thing that I do to grow my social media, to grow my own social media. So we are experts in our field, and we're a team of A players. I have spent a lot of time pulling my hair out, to be honest, with finding the real top players in the social media game. I believe I've assembled the Avengers of social media marketing. So please understand that we are experts in our field. I built an A team of players, so please be open to new ideas and strategies, techniques. But again, at the end of the day, you're the client. You always have the final say. But again, please be open to new ideas and please be responsive. You see, if there's a cog in the operational conveyor belt, this will actually slow down how quickly things get moving. The ball is actually in your court. If you can respond quickly, we're going to be able to get that content out for you. Then you can finally get through that doubt phase, pass by the stability phase, all the way past the trust stage into that bliss stage as quickly as possible. And that's where you want to be. It's where all of our clients are, and that's where everyone in the business wants to be. It's where everything is fully automated and you have to have that optimized flow, where things just move in the right way that you've always dreamt of. So please be responsive and remember the ball is in your court at that point. We are very responsive again. It's something we pride ourselves on, being very, very responsive. So please don't slow down the operational conveyor belt. I'm pretty sure you can see by now that we're very systemized and very organized. We have a system for pretty much everything. So I want to break down how to actually make sure this partnership doesn't get, discontinued. Now, harassing the team or any sort of disrespectful behavior to the team or myself will most certainly lead to the termination of this partnership. Now, I have to put this in just to set an expectation on what we can't expect from you and what we don't want to expect from you. With that being said, I know you would never do this. I just know you would never do this because, in all honesty, you wouldn't have gotten this far if I didn't believe in you and your business in the first place. So I just know you're not going to be able to, or you're not going to do this. Now, the communication policy, you see myself and Nizio, the agency team, we actually communicate via Slack. Now, you'll be getting your own dedicated Slack channel, as I mentioned many times before. Any communication outside of Slack will actually be ignored. So if you send me any emails and somehow you are able to use my phone number and text me or WhatsApp me, all information will be ignored. You see, we like to keep all communication centralized in one place so you don't have to go back and forth, log in a certain email address, and go over to WhatsApp to find certain assets and whatnot. Again, we run a very tight-knit business. We like to keep things very automated, streamlined, and as easy as possible. We want to make sure that we make this a great experience for you and change some of your guys' minds about the agency world. I mean, I know some of you might have been burned by other agencies in the past. We are the agency people come to once they've been burnt by other agencies. This is why we want to make sure that this is an experience for you guys. Working with us is really an experience, and we want to be as pleasant as possible. Now, please make sure you're communicating with us via Slack. Not showing up for meetings, please make sure you give us a 24-hour notice for cancellations of any meetings, and of course, that bar is an emergency, of course. If you have an emergency, go out and attend to your emergency, but please just ensure that you let us know 24 hours ahead of time if you need to cancel any sort of meeting. Now, treatment. How would you like your customers and clients to treat you? We simply ask that you treat us in the same exact manner, so please treat us the way you want to be treated, and we will treat you the exact same way. We are very respectful people, and we expect that respect back from you guys. Now let's talk about additional details about the 90-day social media management program. When it comes to the payment plan, you see the 90-day program can be paid in full. If you do so, you will receive a 10% discount, or you can do this in 3 payments over the 90 days. It's completely up to you, but if you don't pay in full, you will receive a 10% discount. Now, the first 90 days, please be aware that the first 90 days are not a monthly service. The 3 months are a program, whereas anything after this is a monthly service fee. So essentially, the first 90 days are a program, then anything after that is going to be a monthly fee. Now, it's a service fee, which does not include any of the ad spend, because you decide how much ad spend you want. So if we're doing a social growth, like Facebook ads, for example, or Instagram ads, when we quote you a fee, for example, our fee of the 90 days does not include ad spend. The ad spend fee is something you decide on your own terms. Now, with that being said, I would like to welcome you again to the Nizio the Agency 90-day social media management program. We are super excited to be working with you. We thank you for investing in, and not only us, but yourself as well, because this is a business investment. We really appreciate you for believing in us and signing with us. As an agency, we look forward to getting you some amazing results. With that being said, this is Alexis Portnova, and I'll be seeing you guys in the next stage of the onboarding process.